So will Caitlin Clark be a good pro? Absolutely. Will Caitlin Clark come into the WNBA and do what she's doing right now? Immediately? Absolutely not.
It's tissue time again for all of the Caitlin Clark haters because the news of her most recent award has everyone crying uncontrollably. In fact, you might want to purchase Kleenex stock because this is a huge deal. She has won numerous awards over her career, but what makes this one particularly noteworthy is that she is the only WNBA player to receive recognition. Nope, Angel Ree Wilson, Asia Sabrina, not this time. Sorry, that's correct. You can practically hear the haters and jealous rivals on podcasts downplaying yet another of Caitlin Clark's accomplishments. Why Caitlin? Why not Angel or Asia? And why is this list causing a stir in the WNBA? Caitlin Clark has officially been named to Forbes' 30 Under 30 list for sports, one of the most prestigious honors for young athletes. However, you already know what's forthcoming. I'm going to break it all down, so stay tuned. But first, watch this video to applaud Caitlin and subscribe to mock the critics. Let's start with the fundamentals. Why is being on this list so important? The 30 Under 30 isn't just a list that people are added to for showing up, it's more than just a participation. This list, trophy, is only for game-changing players. It's not just about scoring points for trailblazers and rising superstars who are dominating their sports categories. Forbes examines everything online, not just statistics. The athletes on this list are driving marketability, cultural impact, and court domination, setting trends and demonstrating that they are game changers rather than merely players in essence. You're in the race if you're breaking down boundaries and moving the needle. And Caitlin Clark isn't just moving the needle, she is the needle.
It is Caitlin Clark able to clear for Indiana.
Caitlin coming off that 20-point performance right here, handling the physicality of Elijah Lane.
Clark, step back three, knocks it down. Take a look here at a career first.
It's a step back, going right, I may add. It's usually step back, going left.
Now Clark comes up with a steal. Clark thought about pulling up from three, will dip inside and lay it in. There are the first points in the WNBA career of Caitlin Clark.
Okay, let's face it, we would have to start doubting the entire process if Caitlin wasn't on this list. She is a walking highlight reel, a record-breaking machine, and the current face of women's basketball. Since joining the WNBA, Caitlin has broken records, converted casual viewers into diehard fans, and skyrocketed ticket sales. Her record collection surpasses Grandpa's vinyl collection, and she has more triple-doubles and long-range bombs than Grandpa's. She is rewriting the history books of the WNBA. The WNBA Rookie of the Year easily won 3 doubles in her first season and led the league in assists by a wide margin. Wherever Caitlin plays, the arena is packed with fans, 15,000 each game, which is a record the league had never seen.
Rim here, hesitation, you have to come out on her, goes by her first 2.
Back Benley. Here's Clark, a good look from three. She got the first 3 in the career of Caitlin Clark.
Clark does not need much space here. The screen comes off, drains a 3. That's one of the few good looks, and it's not even that great of a look that she's gotten here so far in this.
Here's Clark off a screen, gets a look, and hits.
Let's clarify one issue. In addition to being a basketball player, Caitlin Clark is a TV ratings powerhouse and an economic engine. Her influence on the WNBA is so great that it is not only changing the league, but also speeding up its expansion by years. Since the receipts don't lie in front of Caitlin, let's talk about the numbers. Although it's true that WNBA ticket sales increased by a respectable 16% between 2022 and 2023, Caitlin's arrival in the league caused those sales to soar by an astounding 93% in 2024 alone. Without her, experts estimate the WNBA wouldn't have achieved these levels until 2029 or 2030. Consider that Caitlin Clark's rookie season has accelerated the league's progress by almost 10 years. Women's basketball viewership had been increasing prior to Caitlin's arrival, with an impressive 40% increase from 2022 to 2023. However, Caitlin said, "Hold my Gatorade," and delivered a staggering 400% increase in 2024. Those who had never given women's basketball a second glance are now glued to their screens, wondering what kind of magic Caitlin will perform next. Those days are over, though, as arenas are packed to capacity. For comparison, the average attendance for Caitlin's games is an astounding 15,000 fans per game, which is higher than many NBA teams during their early season games. Whether at home or away, her Indiana Fever games consistently sell out, and team gear is flying off the shelves like it's Black Friday. The NBA, with all its hype and history, drew an average of 1.6 million viewers on opening day, a 42% decrease from the previous year. Meanwhile, Caitlin's first-ever WNBA game against the Connecticut Sun drew an estimated 2.5 million viewers, which is not only impressive but historic. A rookie in women's basketball outdrew the NBA. Let that sink in for a moment. When Caitlin Clark is on the court, arenas are filled and millions of people are glued to their TVs, proving that her games are must-watch TV. Haters can say whatever they want, but Caitlin Clark's numbers speak louder than their grievances. She is not simply playing basketball, she is creating an empire. She's hardly the logical choice for Forbes' 30 Under 30 list. She is responsible for the WNBA's unprecedented success, but it goes beyond the numbers. As the game critics would say, Caitlin's star power makes it impossible to look away from her enthusiasm, which makes people fall in love. Oh, it's all hype. Tell the crowded arenas that the record-breaking attendance and the sponsors waiting up to throw money away don't diminish the greatness of the arenas. Oh, you knew this was coming the moment Caitlin's name appeared on the Forbes list of angels. What about Angel? Yes, she is a star, but let's be honest for a moment. The Reese fan club arrived prepared to dispute. Although substantial, Angel's impact pales in comparison to Caitlin's appearance. Although Angel had a fantastic college career, her LSU team won the NCAA championship, and her viral insults of Caitlin during the finals heightened the rivalry. Her influence on the WNBA hasn't been as great as Caitlin subsequently.
It's relying on her passing, getting the ball to her, defense double team, A'ja Wilson with a three.
See, that's where Alysha Clark, with a clear out, runs and shows some help and gets in the gap and forces her to pass.
The fortuitous bounce and one for A'ja Wilson for this year, but a really cool shoe collab with Under Armour and Kelsey Plum.
Oh, I love it with the cigar flare as well. I need a humidor.
Into what she's been trying to do, she said she did USA 3-on-3, China, Turkey. Now she thinks this is ready for her time.
Yeah, 16th overall, but has really only played a few games here and there the last couple of years. A'ja Wilson on the right side finishes. Cloud matched up against A'ja Wilson. Fakes one way, goes the other, and rattles that one down.
She didn't lead her team to the playoffs, and while her game attendance is respectable, it's not nearly as high as Caitlin's league, which has 15,000 fans per game. Not to mention that Caitlin has routinely outperformed her in practically every significant statistical category. Sure, Angel's podcast is amazing, but this isn't Forbes 30 Under 30 for talking to Shaq. It's about who's changing the game, and Caitlin is doing that at a level that Angel hasn't yet. Additionally, A'ja Wilson, the current MVP, didn't make the list.
Avery comes up with the board. Long pass, perfect to Reese. She was unable to get it in. And they play some beautiful basketball. Again, no Brianna Stewart today. Chicago's missed 7 straight shots.
That's off all screen, so she's not getting any easy look.
Reese, short. Trust. Allen just blew by Burke, but couldn't get the floater to go. Angel Reese. Reese spinning.
Asia's grandeur has already been established. She is no longer a rising star. Caitlin is currently redefining what is possible in the sport, and Forbes is all about who will be next. Caitlin Clark is on our list because she is changing basketball, not just playing it. While the critics are busy writing essays explaining why their favorite player should have been included, Caitlin is too busy selling out arenas and consuming logo 3ES. In addition to being a skilled basketball player, Caitlin is revolutionizing the women's game. Because of her genuineness and charisma, Caitlin is a great fit for brands. In fact, she has already landed multi-million-dollar endorsement deals, and businesses are vying for her attention. Caitlin's self-assurance and swagger have given women's basketball a much-needed edge. She's making the game, whether it's a crowded arena or a crucial playoff game. You're cool in a manner that nobody else is. This isn't just about Caitlin making the Forbes list. It's also about what she stands for. Caitlin turns up and proves to be the type of player you set your DVR for if people still do that kind of thing. Caitlin is demonstrating that women's basketball can be as thrilling, lucrative, and culturally significant as any other sport. Her success is paving the way for future players and pressuring the WNBA to increase its sponsorships. Increased media attention, larger audiences, the league as a whole is being lifted by Caitlin's ascent. Even though Caitlin Clark is the top performer on the Forbes 30 Under 30 list, she shares the limelight with another young star in women's basketball, creating waves. LSU's FLJ Johnson.
But Bingham will fire a three anyway, no good. 6 to go in the quarter. See if LSU can get something out of it. Rebound by Smith. Johnson into the front court will pull up for about a 30-footer. Yes, she got it.
Johnson steals it on her way to the rim, lays it up and scores.
LSU gets it across half court easily. Here's Johnson driving all the way to the rim, and back come the Tigers now. Johnson weaves her way up the far sideline. Johnson down the lane, Euro steps and scores.
And now LSU tries to push the tempo. Flau'jae Johnson puts her head down and drives to the hoop. A tough
for Tennessee. Flau'jae Johnson driving off the glass.
Transfer from Texas will be in action next year for the Gators as well.
Flau'jae.
Yes, that's correct. Forbes acknowledged a collegiate player for turning heads flow both on and off the floor in addition to the NBA's sexiest rookie. The reason Forbes chose Caitlin and Flau'jae over more established WNBA stars is straightforward. These two aren't just playing basketball, they're revolutionizing the game. Caitlin is breaking records and redefining the WNBA's popularity, while Flo is a scoring machine and a leader for LSU, showcasing her talent that has analysts pegging her as a future WNBA star. Jay is demonstrating how athletes may succeed in several arenas together. They're the next wave of female basketball players who are drawing in new followers, bringing in big sponsors, and demonstrating the importance of women's basketball. SCTV, while Johnson and Clark are out here establishing their empires and controlling the game. Some established pros are feeling a little salty. Why? Because these two have managed to steal the spotlight in a way that's impossible to ignore. Let's rewind a little, shall we? When Caitlin Clark first entered the WNBA, there were plenty of doubters lining up to downplay her impact. They said Caitlin wouldn't stand out in a league full of seasoned pros. They claimed she'd be overwhelmed by the physicality and speed of the WNBA. Some even suggested she was more hype than substance. She's great in college. But the WNBA is a different beast, they scoffed. Are you sure about that? One of the most common criticisms was that Caitlin's success wasn't about her, but about the team around her. Critics argued that her stats were inflated because she had great teammates setting her up for success. Here's the thing, Caitlin didn't just lead Iowa to the NCAA championship game. She carried them there, and now she's doing the same thing in the WNBA, proving that her greatness isn't about the team around her, it's about her ability to elevate everyone else. Then there were the people who said Caitlin's transition to the WNBA would be a rocky one. They doubted her ability to handle the physicality of the league or the challenge of playing against the best defenders in the world.
Look at new players coming in, whether that's out of college, players who've been overseas, and they look at that and say, oh, you trying to come take my job? Like, nah, it's not gonna be that easy. So will Caitlin Clark be a good pro? Absolutely. Will Caitlin Clark come into the WNBA and do what she's doing right now immediately? Absolutely not. Not gonna happen.
Guess what? Caitlin is leading the league in assists, grabbing triple-doubles, and scoring about 20 points per game in her rookie season. She isn't just getting by, she's dominating, and those top defenders everyone told her were getting burned. Here's the truth. Caitlin's shooting percentage is insane, and she's making logo 3Es look like layups. Caitlin Clark's influence on the WNBA is unstoppable. She has repeatedly demonstrated that she is not only a fantastic player, but also a generational talent, setting records, packing arenas, and attracting a whole new audience to women's basketball. The league is expanding more quickly than ever before, and Caitlin is the face of that expansion. Numbers are indisputable, and results are unquestionably irrefutable.
Clark backdoor, nice look, Martin, easy layup.
And hold you to the highest standard, no doubt. And Caitlin Clark has said Lisa Bluter holds her accountable too. Stolke finishes it off that time.
Clark wants a screen. Gets a switch and a double, and rewards the screener.
Hitley's going to hedge, and when she hedges, look at Stolke to the rim. Help late on the weak side, and it's a bucket for the Hawkeyes. 10 on the shot clock. Clark to the mid-range, drops it off inside to Goodman. Great vision by...
Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Did Forbes make the right choice in selecting Caitlin Clark for the 30 under 30 list? Or do you believe someone else should have been chosen?